I'm watching an ad so that I get credit for it. Oh yeah, I'm not on Miko, I forgot. I'm trying to see how bad the service is. Looks like it's pretty good. Okay, how am I doing right now? Oh yeah, okay. Hello everybody, good morning. I know, Nikki, right? I've been saying for the last probably week and a half that I need to do my roots. I was gonna do it at my neighbor's house, but Crystal, my stalker, actually found my neighbor who I've been hanging out with, the one who I've never named here on this live stream. She found my neighbor, found her Facebook, and then she contacted my neighbor and all of my neighbor's family members and sent them all kinds of nasty shit about me. Isn't that fun? But see, she doesn't understand that this girl is the wrong one to mess with. And regardless of what happens, whether or not she believes what she's told or whatever, she's already been in contact with the police, so it is what it is. It's just very weird, isn't it? I know, right? The supplements I've been taking, that's Primal Queen, man. Taking that Primal Queen. I told you guys that Primal Queen shit is the bomb. But anyways, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter to me that she does that, because at the end of the day, I'm going to succeed because I'm meant to succeed, not because there just isn't someone outing me. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue to do what I've always done, which is mind my own fucking business, do what's in my best interest, focus on what's right here in front of me. Because see, I don't even have to deal with the internet if I don't want to. Just this past 2 weeks, I just haven't felt like being online, and so I just didn't do it. I was like, you know what? I'm not even making it hardly any money on this internet shit. I'm just not gonna do it when I'm at home anymore. I'm just gonna do it when I'm I'll do it at home sometimes, but I'm just not gonna, if I don't have something to do, I'm not gonna live stream. So. And I've also decided that I'm seriously limiting my engagement back with the bullshit, you know? Emery, it is what it is. Literally, oh my God, barefoot. Oh my God, you're so funny. So literally this morning, I'm working, I'm at my job, doing my job, and I have been now every day busting my fucking ass for the last 3 days or 4 days, right? And I just realized, I was like, oh yeah, I'm too busy to even, I was the snowball of thought. I was like, man, I've been so busy that I just haven't even looked at the chat a single fucking time in the last 4 days or whatever since I started streaming again. And then I realized, it literally hit me. I was like, oh, the phrase came to my mind that's very jobless behavior. And I realized that woman has jobless, everything she does is giving jobless. It's giving, I don't have anything to do with my time. And I realized it's just wow, I'm just already doing better in general because I have something to do. And not only that, but I'm sorry, but when you guys are watching me on the live stream and I am at work and I'm not stopping all the time or engaging with the chat or looking at my phone, I'm just work, it's because I'm having a good fucking time. I'm having a good time. I am enjoying what I'm doing. And I have felt so fucking good. So good the past 4 or 5 days, man. It feels so good. It feels good to be doing something with my time. It feels good to be making money, and it just it feels so. I'm fucking happy, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it goes beyond rudeness, that's for sure. GO, because it's not actually that they don't like me. They are obsessed with me. She wants to be me, but she can't because I am who I am and you are who you are. Like, it's just, she wants to imitate and emulate what I am giving off, and the fact that people just fucking like me. Like, you have to be told a lie about me in order for people to not like me. You know what I mean? Like, they have to be filled with bullshit in order for, and she's working overtime to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I am her job. I am her job. Except for she might get paid. She might have enough followers at this point that she's making a little bit of money on social media from it. I'm literally her job. So, I mean, I'm sorry, but considering how boring and like lame I am, she's making my ego really, I've been really struggling to contain it, I'm telling you. But yeah, it's obsession. It has nothing to do with hating me. It's obsession. Christine! What? Nikki? Well, what I would do, TikTok banned you for having your kid on camera because that's just, they were like the least, you know. When I first joined Bigo, I was like, oh my God, this fucking app just bans you all the time for nothing. Literally the day I signed up for Bigo, I got banned for 10 years. 10 years for posting a video on my timeline. I posted a video of me doing my client's hair, and he's a jeweler. So he was at his little binoculars, like leaning into his binoculars, working on some jewelry while I was doing his hair. And they, I guess, thought that he was like rolling a joint or something like that. I don't know. I don't have any clue. So I got banned for promotion of drugs or whatever, you know. So, Emery, don't be sorry, okay? Don't be sorry, because at the end of the day, she is out there putting my name far and wide out into the universe in ways that it would never have if she hadn't. Like, I have gained so many more followers because of the haters videos. Because at the end of the day, people who are not just awful fucking people can recognize very clearly what they're watching is bullshit. You know what I mean? And so anyone who most people get curious, okay? Most people, maybe not most people. People get curious. And when the first thing they ever hear about you is that you're a terrible person and that you've done all this shit, people are going to get curious, and then they're going to go watch you. They're going to go watch your content for themselves. And then once they watch enough of my content for themselves, they realize pretty quickly that everything that's being said is absolute bullshit. The kind of people who would believe that kind of stuff about me without even talking to me or engaging with me or watching any of my content or anything like that are not the kind of people that I want in my life anyway. So I don't understand how it's so bad that terrible people from the internet don't like me. And I don't like you either. I love you. I hope you have the best life ever. I wish nothing but the best for you. But please decide you don't like me so that you can stay away from me. Because I just don't want to be surrounded by people like that. Lord, yeah. But even still, like, even in spite of all of that, like, whatever, even though she has to work overtime in order to try to, like, cause me harm and do harmful things to me, I still maybe it's taking me a little bit longer. Maybe my route is a little bit harder, but I'm sorry, I learn better when I'm under pressure. I get it, okay? More when there's a sense of urgency, a need for stringency. If there's some issue that's making it so it is like the 11th hour is where I thrive. You know what I mean? Last minute bitch, that's me. Oop, oh, it was 11 something. 11:11, I thought I saw for a second. But anyway, so I'm meant. Everything that happens because it is what is in my best interest. If that woman, my neighbor, decides that she never wants to talk to me again, which I don't think is the case, but if she decides that she never wants to talk to me again, okay, cool. You just saved me literally years of my life that I could never get back, of having a friendship with someone that I was invested in. Because when I have a friend, I'm very invested in my friendships. So as invested as I possibly can be with my lifestyle. But I am very invested in my friends. And so I would have genuinely loved this girl only to find out from another issue in the future that she would have done something to hurt me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if she's the kind of person that decides she never wants to talk to me because of all of this stuff, that's okay. I'm not upset about it. I literally just met her. She seemed like a really cool girl, and I very much enjoyed like spending time with her and like whatever. She's the reason why I was like, that's it. I'm gonna start cleaning. I'm just officially gonna start like working. Like, I'm not gonna just do this house. I'm going, and FYI, I have the reason, like that job that I was doing the yard work, I have booked so many jobs. I've booked so many jobs. So I know that it doesn't matter if she's working on overtime trying to cause me harm, because at the end of the day, I'm still working. I am still given an opportunity to show what I am made of. And that's all I need. Like I told you guys, I only need 5. I only need 5 people. 5 people to give me a chance. And once I am able to show them what I am capable of and how fucking good their house looks, whether it's raking their yard or whether it's fucking cleaning inside or patching walls, whatever, painting, I do a damn good job because and here's the thing, it's not because I am some fucking wonderful wizard and I'm so much more capable than anyone else. Do you want to know why I'm really good at my fucking job? And whatever job it is that I'm doing, it's because I take pride in what I do. That is why I am so good at dreadlocks, because I take pride in what I do. I take pride in having, and when I'm the bitch doing the spackle, you better believe that I'm gonna be the best motherfucking spackler that there ever was, because I want to. It's not my house. Once I leave here at the end of my job and I leave here and I will never see this house again, does that matter to me? No. Because I take pride in my work. I would want someone to take pride in their work while they're working on my house. So why wouldn't I do that to other people? I know without a shadow of a doubt that what I get is what I give. And there are gonna be people that are just gonna, be terrible for no reason. I've experienced that so fucking much. It doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter if I try to act like them. It doesn't matter if I'm myself. It doesn't matter if I have dreadlocks and tattoos. It doesn't matter if I'm, wearing a suit. It doesn't matter if I'm it doesn't matter who I conform myself to. It doesn't matter what contortionist shapes I bend myself into. There are still going to be girls who treat me like that. And that's just the way it is. It's been my whole life. I have no explanation for it at all. I don't want to say that it's totally jealousy because at the end of the day, I'm nothing to be jealous over. And especially when I was my most insecure, 3rd grade version of myself, and people still were bad. My teachers, my mother, women have just been awful to me my entire life. And that's why I am so determined to have a healthy female friendship. That's why I haven't given up on women, because I know that it is necessary. And yeah, women are fucking lied to and bamboozled and maybe they're not going to take my advice right now because they don't have the benefit of perspective. So I have the experience. I went through it, and so I'm going to turn around and tell you like, hey, don't do this, because if you do, blah, blah, blah. People are going to tell me I'm crazy, that, oh yeah, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about. They're not going to listen to the advice. Okay, that's fine. Until they start to go through it themselves, and then my little voice will pop up in their head, and they'll be like, oh shit, yeah, okay, And then at the end of that, they'll realize like, oh, she was giving valuable advice. Let me listen to what she has to say. But the advice that I give and the experiences that I go through and like whatever, and my purpose is to share those with you guys, because I want everyone to never have to go through this stuff. I don't understand why it happens necessarily. I don't want anyone else to just unwittingly walk right into situations like that. So I'm perfectly okay with going through these things if it means that's for a reason. I don't care. I'll go through anything for a good reason, you know? You just watched me live in a fucking tent. You know? He's good. Elliot's good. He's at his dad's. He's gonna stay at his dad's until I get my bus here. So hopefully just a couple more days. Man, my hair needs to dry. I just took a shower. I smell so good. I feel so clean. I just literally took a spiritual bath. I just washed off every bit of ickiness off of my body and let it go down that drain like the muck it is. All the hate. You do hair with dreadlocks. There's a lot of different ways, actually. You can just stop brushing your hair if you're not really concerned about uniformity and like tidiness. Or you can use a tool. A little tool. My tablet's gonna die before too long. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta get to work. I forgot. What time is it? Work, Heather, work. Have you ever heard that song from South Park? Mantequilla! Whoa, mantequilla! Isn't that the one where the Mexicans go back to Mexico because the United States is so awful? Work, Mexican work. South Park holds no fucking punches back, man. Gotta love it. I'm not a fan of the crude humor, like, so I think that Family Guy and like American Dad are vulgar and like, you know what, just to be so, not for a purpose. Whereas South Park, if they're being vulgar, like sometimes they can take it too far. Like I don't necessarily want to see a cartoon wiener or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and now that they're on HBO, there is nothing that they don't show. That makes me uncomfortable. However, when they do overtly vulgar things, it's kind of for a reason. Like they're trying to like explain, like this is how ridiculous this is, you know? Or this is how bad this is, or look at, this is reality, you know? So, but whereas American Dad and Family Guy just tend to just say stupid, gross things just to be like, ah. I'm not a fan. Why are you spamming, Emery? What's going on? I have a very sensitive scalp too, Nikki, and that's actually why I got dreadlocks, because I cannot handle having my hair brushed all the time. And if I brush my hair, it breaks. So like, I can't, if I, like, this hair is all different lengths. You can see some of the hairs stop up here and some of them go to here. Like you can see the hairs are all different lengths. That's because I brush this hair. So if my hair, all my hair, it stops right about here, you know what I mean? And then the rest is just broken stringiness. That's how my whole head would be. So like my hair, I could get it to look pretty nice if I kept it about this length and I let it grow for like 5 years so that every strand had a chance to get to this length. And then I cut it, and for like maybe like 4 months, I would have a nice full head looking of hair until I put it in a ponytail. And that's only because most of the hairs were all the same length. But I have very, very fine, like my hair is literally like, you can't see it. That's like 4 strands of hair right there. That's why you can still see it. But even when it's dyed red, my hair is like spider silk. It's literally like, it blows around and it'll get caught and it'll knot itself. Like I'll get a knot in a fucking strand of hair like that. What do you do? How do you get that out? You can't. The hair's just fucked at that point. So my hair is just like, my hair is like built for dreadlocks. It wants to mat up all as much as it can. At the scalp right now, like I've got the long blonde roots, so you might not be able to see it as well. But look, like, you see this? Right here, my hair just wants to marry it's all dreadlocking together because it wants to dreadlock so bad that it just starts to, all those loose hairs just start to get together with the ones next to it. After I wash my hair, I have to go through here and I have to find where they're all stuck together and I have to break them, and it fucking hurts. But my hair wants to tangle up so bad. And if I don't do that, then they will become one giant dreadlock. So you just separate them, and then that loose hair that you just broke will go into the dreadlock, and it's perfectly fine. But look at this. This is all, if I did not separate my hair, this would become one dread piece. You know, my hair just wants to tangle. And I don't have curly hair either. See this? Do you see how it's doing this? It's literally spider silk. Imagine trying to keep that brushed every day. It's a nightmare, an absolute fucking nightmare. Look at this. Do you see this? All this. That would be an absolute fucking nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare to brush because it's so fine. It does hurt to be in a ponytail. Yeah, all the time it hurts to be in a ponytail. But see, the thing about dreadlocks, okay, so if you think about this in a geometric way, all right, so when you have your entire head into a ponytail, if you were to take your head, right, and you were to like slice it down the middle and then just like open it up so it's like, you know, a flat piece back here, it's basically a rectangle, okay? So you have something, a long rectangle, okay, going to a circle, a small circle in the back. Where do you think the tension is going to be? The tension is going to be here, everywhere here, all here, because you're pulling hairs from here at the corners into this area back here. So that's going to cause your head to be in a lot of pain. It's one section. However, with dreadlocks, you have a smaller rectangle going to a circle. What you want to do when you do dreadlocks is you want to make sure that the size of your section and your dreadlock are pretty even. Like, my hair is very fine, so my sections are a little bit on the bigger side than what I would normally do for someone else, but unless they had fine hair like me. But you want the dreadlock and the section to be pretty close in size, so that way it's going from a square to a circle, and there's as little tension as possible on the 4 corners of that section. If you are doing maintenance all the time, people who have their dreadlocks all looking like tight and maintained and whatever, those people are going bald every second of every day. Their hair is getting so tired of being held right there, right there, right there. They will go bald. Eventually, they will have sections that never go away, like literal hair loss in the grooves. Now, if you were to have dreadlocks and your sections were larger, say double the size, but it comes to a dreadlock the same size, now you've got all this, right, pulling to the middle. So now you've got tension here and tension here, just for this, like, you know, one little section. So that's what's happening to your whole head when you're using a ponytail holder or whatever. That's why I think that's really how pigtails got started, you know, just to kind of take some of the pressure off of heavy weighted hair. But the dreadlocks have made my scalp stronger. So my scalp can handle the weight of my hair, whereas it wouldn't have been able to handle it so much. Like my hair would just like thunk and come out sometimes. If I were to like just pull on a small section, thunk, hair would just come out, root and all. So it wasn't holding in very tight. My hair was very fragile. But because I had dreadlocks that were short and I allowed them to grow to be this long, I didn't just suddenly have super long hair. My scalp had time to build up a resilience to it. No, the individual locks do not hurt. I don't know what a class V1 is. Oh, well, you shouldn't be drinking it this early in the morning, Gio. And also, you got to remember that alcohol is bad for you. It's literal poison. The reason that we get hungover is because we're absolutely poisoning ourselves. Work, feather work. But yeah, I would never be able to have long hair like this. Like I would never be able to have long hair like this if I did not have dreadlocks. Not my own hair. I could have had extensions, and I cannot wear extensions because extensions, they braid your hair, you know, tight to the scalp. I would never be able to handle that. That would send me. I'd be ripping them out. So Gio, we love you. We don't want you poisoning yourself. I guess that's true, but still. The best thing that I ever did was quit drinking, like for good. Like, I mean, I never was a drinker. I've spent time drinking every day, but I have never been an alcoholic. Like I can have one beer and then be like, man, that's it, I'm good. Or I can get blackout drunk and then like not need to do that. You know what I mean? Like every day. I've never had a problem with alcohol or cigarettes. And I'm grateful that I just finally, I think it was probably 4 years ago now, 3 years ago, where I was just like, I'm just done. I don't want to drink at all anymore. I don't like the way having one beer makes me feel. And for some reason, I don't know, my aunt talked about this when she was in her 30s and 40s. I remember when I was a teenager and I was like staying with her. She would talk about this thing called the 2 beer headache. And I didn't understand it until I did understand it. You know, like advice, you can hear it, but you're not going to understand it till you have a little perspective of your own. But anyway, so she was talking about the 2 beer headache, and I didn't understand what that meant. So she was like, basically, I have one beer, and I have to have, she's like, if I have anything more than one beer, if I have 2 beers, she's like, I have to have a 3rd beer, because if I don't have a 3rd beer, I will get a headache, a bad headache. She's like, so I'll either drink 1 beer or none at all. You know, I won't drink 2. And so that always just stuck in my head or whatever. And I was just like, well, maybe it's also you have an addiction to Diet Coke. But, there's Adam. Hello? Yeah, I already did the show. Okay. I'll be be back there. I'll be back there in just a little bit. Is it really heavy? Can I put it in the truck myself, like if you head this way? Alright. Alright, well just hang tight. I'll be there. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, well then I'll be there in probably like 20 minutes or something. Okay, bye. Thanks, DB. Hi, Michelle. Where's my like little pouch thing? I gotta go get a compressor, an air compressor. It won't fit in his car. So. Dude, you guys, I wish I was filming. When I pulled up in the driveway this morning, I was like a Jim Carrey physical comedy routine. Trying to get out of the car. I was trying to get out of the car with my stuff and walk to the front of this house and then open the garage door. I set my stuff on the hood of the car and this fell, my basket tilted sideways, and so this fell off the hood of the car, it went onto the ground. I was really concerned that it broke for a minute there, but it didn't break anything. Let me check the mirror. Nope, nothing broke. Good. I was worried that it broke that. And then I had my breakfast sandwich in my hand, and I was going to set my breakfast sandwich, tilt the basket up right, set my sandwich in there, and instead my hand just went like this and threw the fucking sandwich like over my car. Then as I went to go get the sandwich, I fell down. It was a full tilt comedy routine. Man, my bangs are long. I need to cut them. Oh, shit. Be right back. Because we are, Nikki. I mean, also, I was raised by a little old lady who was the child. She was born right after the Depression. So my great grandmother, you know, instilled in her qualities that passed down to me. Okay, be right back. I'm rescheduling. I was supposed to go to surgery today, but I'm rescheduling that right now because I can't do that. Be right back. guess I'll unmute it since this is going to be a much longer hold, I guess, than I thought it was going to be. So you remember how the internet claims that I'm a liar and I said I had colon cancer and I'm a liar? Well, anyway, I was supposed to have an appointment today with I was supposed to have a colonoscopy. Did you know that they put you to sleep to have a fucking colonoscopy? I didn't know that. And I just found that out.
For your patience, a staff member will be with you shortly.
Anyway, so we still don't know what's going on. And I'm still having intestinal issues after all this time. So we finally were able to convince, after it's been, 5 years since 2020? And that's how long it took to get approval from insurance, state insurance, for me to get this colonoscopy that I need. Because I don't just need a colonoscopy, I need an endoscopy and a colonoscopy because of where my issues are in my upper GI tract or whatever. So they have to go in from both directions. And I had no idea. I didn't know that they were going to be putting me under for that. So I'm just like, la la la. And then I get a phone call like on Thursday of last week saying that like, oh, they sent this over to my pharmacy. I haven't given them my pharmacy yet, so how did they do that? And they're like, you're scheduled for this day. You need to start eating a special diet 3 days before, and you need to fill this prescription 24 hours before your appointment, and you need to drink this stuff. And it was just like all so sudden, and I've been having these heart issues. I'm like scheduling with a cardiologist right now. I don't know if propofol, which is what they want to give me to put me to sleep, is that going to have a contraindication with my medication? Is there going to be an issue with my heart because I've been having issues with like palpitations and chest pain, and are these panic attacks? Am I a cardiac event? We don't know. So I called my doctor Friday. She didn't get back to me until today, this morning, and she was like, Heather, I don't want you to go do that. I don't want you to do that yet. Let's hold on. So here we are. I hope they didn't use the same camera. All right, rescheduled for the end of January. Yeah, so they want to put me under for this, and like I'm not mentally prepared for that. I need to have like, I need to know that I'm gonna be okay first. I'm not gonna go and just take this lightly. Like, oh, it's perfectly fine. These doctors know what they're doing. They would never give me something that would cause me any harm. Their whole purpose is to heal and help. Sorry, honey, but I'm on the other side of COVID. Okay, so like, I'm also in a service industry. So I mean, I'm also a content creator on the internet. So there's lots of things that give me a perspective that maybe I wouldn't normally have. And I just don't particularly feel like anyone except for myself has my best interest at heart. They're gonna get paid no matter what. And there are all kinds of things in place to protect them litigiously. So if anything did happen, it would be me who is fucked and them who fucking don't care. They're gonna continue doing their thing no matter what. So I'm just I'm scared. I'm scared. You know, I got a baby to think about. I'm a mother. I can't just go, you know, can't go just doing that kind of shit. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to, so I'm gonna have, I think Adam's probably gonna end up taking me to the appointment when I go. Elliot will go to his dad's, even if he is with me. And honestly, I feel like I might want Elliot with me after the surgery because it would be nice to have a human being who loves me and who is nearby. You know what I mean? Because I will be able to ask him to help me with stuff. He's big enough at this point that he can do a lot of things on his own. He can make his own food. Like, he can make himself sandwiches. He can make himself eggs. You know, he's getting to be quite capable. And so, you know, I want to be able to give him that opportunity. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and... I'm going to go right now and go get that air compressor from the house, and then I'll be back. When I come back, I'll probably go on Bigo because I'm going to want to listen to like music and stuff like that. So most likely that's what I'm going to do with that, is I'll just load up Bigo. So I'll see you guys there maybe. I love you. I really want to talk to you too, Barefoot. Just in general, like catch up, but yeah. Stress. I love you. I'll see you in a bit.